Good evening. Welcome to Jam Time. I'm Pastor Lisa, and tonight we are starting a new Global Ministries journey, and we are traveling to the Congo. Here's the Democratic Republic of Congo flag. You can tell it's blue and has the yellow star and the red across the middle. The United Church of Christ and the Disciples of Christ partner in Missionaries, which go to help people and also to share the love of Jesus in many ways, through word and through service. And so tonight we learn in the Congo are mostly Disciples of Christ missionaries. And they founded a partnership there back in 1889. And as of today, they have 358 different congregations with 650,000 members. The church has 6 hospitals to help people who are sick, 9 maternity centers where babies are born, and 42 health centers for doctors and nurses to care for people who are sick in the Congo. The communities where the churches are located face a lot of different problems. And many of them are very poor and other problems they face, and yet they remain strong and are faithful. They're struggling with the effects of many years of war, and so they do have poor health care and poor education in many of the areas of the Congo. But all of these 358 churches and communities try to work together to help and support one another, because they know when they work together, they'll be stronger. So think of groups that you are part of, maybe at school where you were part of a class, and yet your class was part of a big school. And together you learned, and you learned many things together, and you shared together all throughout the year. And some of you may be part of a sports team, and so you play a particular position and others play different positions, and you work together so that you can have fun and hopefully do your best and to become better athletes. Or maybe you're part of a musical group, so you sing your part, and together you want to make wonderful music. So think about all the different things that you do together as a group. Sometimes it's hard to work together though, isn't it? We have different ideas and we want to do things differently, like we all want to do things our own way. We have to share though and listen to one another. So Jesus knew that it was hard for people in the church and people in general to work together. But Jesus believed that that was important. So tonight we have our scripture. It's from the Bible. It's in the Gospel of John, the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. John is the 4th Gospel. And the Gospels are the books in the Bible that are about the life of Jesus. And so in chapter 17, and this is Jesus, he's praying. He says, "I pray not only for them, but also for those who believe in me because of their message. I pray that they may all be one. God, may they be in us just as you are in me and I am in you. May they be one so that the world will believe that you sent me." So here we see that Jesus is praying that we may all be one. And you see, when we are all one, what happens? We have love, don't we? Yeah, we have love. And that's what Jesus' prayer was. So tonight I thought we'd do a science experiment, and it's also been used in many different places, and different occasions. But it's kind of a unity blessing, and reminds us, I'm going to stir this up a little bit, it reminds us of Jesus' prayer that we may all be one. And so it's like we have 2 groups of people, and they come together. Ooh, whoopsie daisy. I'm going to pour just a little more. Ooh. Rich, can you give me a couple paper towels? So you kind of saw the bubbles up. And now I have a mess. Thank you. sometimes science experiments creates messes. But if you can see, and I don't know if you can, but this now is purple. So red and blue make purple. So you think about when it was bubbling up, sometimes we bubble up with disagreements and arguments with people. And sometimes we bubble up with joy and excitement when we're around people. And we need to remember that through both, that Jesus' prayer is that we may be one. And so you see the red and the blue, they came together as purple, and I can't separate those. I can't separate it back into red and blue. It's purple now. And just when we have the love of Jesus in me and you have the love of Jesus in you, we're joined together in a way that can't be separated. And that's what Jesus wanted, because he's joined that way to God and wants us to be joined to Jesus and to others in that same way, through Jesus' love, through Jesus' Spirit. So even though we may go to different churches or live in different homes, that Jesus' Spirit lives in us and we are joined together as one. The church in Congo joined through Jesus, and we are even joined together with them, even though we don't even know them. But our spirit, of the Spirit of Christ, joins us all. So before we end, I just want to share a couple fun facts about the Congo. So I want you to guess. I have 3 questions, and you're going to guess, is the correct number higher or lower? So is the number of different ethnic groups, means different groups of people in the Congo, higher or lower than 100? What do you think, Rich?
Higher.
It's higher. He's right. It's 250. 250 different groups of different ethnic groups of people that have to figure out how to live together in unity. Okay, is the number of languages in Congo higher or lower than 200?
Higher.
Higher. You're right. There are 200 official different languages in Congo. So how do people all communicate with one another? They communicate in French. French is the official language in Congo. Is the number of different species of birds in Congo higher or lower than 1,500 species?
Higher.
It happens to be lower, but not by much. It's 1,130 different species of birds in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So I hope you've learned something and learned about Jesus and learned about the Congo, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. So let us close in prayer, if you'll repeat after me. Dear Jesus, thank you for your prayer for unity. Thank you for being one with me. Please help me to be one with others. Amen. Thanks. Have a good night.